Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Nice quiet Saturday here in South Alabama. The temperatures are a little bit warmer, but as you can see, they're still cool, and just having a great weekend, man. Can't really complain about anything. And nobody would listen if I did. Today I want to talk about living in a state of gratitude. I do videos every day, so if you haven't already done it, please go down there and hit the subscribe button now. Then make sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I had this idea, I had the title for this video, the subject for this video 4 or 5 days ago. Didn't really plan on doing a reading, but as I always do, I went to Google, I went to YouTube just to see if I might pick up any tidbits to share, and I found a brilliant article, so I just thought I would read that. Gratitude has probably been my most important practice this past year, you know. I'm not going to say it's a bad year by any means, but it was a little bit challenging. It was a little bit difficult. I was supposed to go back to Costa Rica. My mother had to go in the nursing home, so you know, I'm here. I wasn't able to go back. What else? I've had this little issue with my body, which I'm hoping is starting to get better now. But I don't know exactly when it started, but I just, for a while, I doubled down this past year, though. I've been just trying to live in a state of gratitude. Most nights, every day at some point, I try to do it almost as the last thing at night, you know, just go through that list. Give gratitude for everything, for the little things, because you know, the little things can sometimes be very important as well. So anyhow, it just brings you, when you live with gratitude, you have enough. When you don't think, you know, when you don't live with gratitude, nothing is enough. So yeah, you know, I could use more money, I could use better things here and there, I could use something else different in my life, but I'm grateful for everything I got. I got a roof over my head. That's the checklist every day I start with. A roof over my head, and I ate all day. Ate as much as I wanted to all day. I breathed well. You know, I see people all the time wheezing and hacking and all this kind of stuff. My breathing is real good, except for, you know, this little minor thing I've been having. I have really good health, so there's always things to be grateful for, and that practice of gratitude is powerful. This is a little selection from Mind, Body, Green, 10 Gratitude Principles to Live by Heidi Fedig Parton. I'll try to remember to link it, but you guys know, I'll put it in the description below, but you guys know I'm kind of forgetful. About 5 years ago now, my financial security was threatened by circumstances in my life over which I had absolutely no control. As a single parent, I had spent years scrimping and saving and just getting by. While I had managed to build a small financial cushion, the idea of dipping into my savings to get by each month terrified me. When I allowed myself to turn towards the dark alley of fear that seemed ever present, I'd feel overwhelmed worrying about what might happen when the cushion was gone. As the months went by and my savings diminished, little mantras that evolved around gratitude began popping into my head. I recorded these gratitude principles in the front cover of my 2007 journal. I'm not quite sure where these principles came from, as I had definitely grown up in a family that emphasized and fretted over the half-empty glass. I had never learned how to foster a positive attitude, much less how to express gratitude. Yet, from somewhere came the guidance to foster gratitude instead of fear. As I look back on that year, I'm amazed by the amount of peace that I felt in spite of my difficult circumstances. Listen to that one right there. I'm going to say that. As I look back on that year, I'm amazed by the amount of peace that I felt in spite of my difficult circumstances. I can feel that. I feel that myself. It was a year that taught me so much about trusting my path, about the absolute futility of worry, and about the amazing power of gratitude. The gratitude principles that kept me afloat during that difficult year were as follows. Number 1, gratitude is awareness that, as things come to you, they are exactly what you need, be it people, circumstance, or challenges. Number 2, Worry is the opposite of gratitude. It is the failure to understand that you have been and will continue to be provided for each day. That one's one I've had to focus on. I had to just put that worry aside and double down on the gratitude. Number 3, whenever fear over your future encroaches, stop to observe a tree. Consider how the tree continues to stand tall and grow throughout the various cycles and seasons of its lifespan. Number 4, worry is an action. Gratitude is an action. Both are optional. By choosing gratitude, you drive out the space and time for worry. Number 5, it isn't hard to do. Gratitude is simply noticing the good stuff in your life. Number 6, what you pay attention to or notice tends to expand and grow. Number 7, each day brings a multitude of opportunities to feel gratitude and appreciation. I find it every day when I walk outside. I was looking at some beautiful leaves earlier today and I stopped and just looked at them and I just was thankful for this beauty, almost like a painting of leaves. Number 8, when you neglect the action of appreciating, you limit your potential for joy and contentment in the present moment. Number 9, worry does not prevent bad things from happening. It only prevents you from accessing joy in this moment. Number 10, the present moment is the only place where joy and contentment can exist. So it just wraps it all together. Gratitude falls right in with my mindfulness practice. I'm telling you, it's powerful. It's powerful. This is kind of stuff I'd have probably laughed at, years ago. But that part about the worry, I've really used that a lot. Really used that a lot. That one has come into play quite a number of times. Where I find myself worrying, I'm a little anxious, I'm thinking about the future, and then I have to just, take control. I have to almost take a step back and go, okay, now, breathe, breathe. This isn't going to help you right here. This worry, this thinking about the future, and instead of worrying about the future too, I can be proactive. Instead of worrying about what can happen in the future, do what I can now, make the preparations I can now to prevent that type of thing. But, I like when I read stuff like this and I didn't even see that coming, that it kind of rounds all the way around back to mindfulness there. And mindfulness, I know I babbled a lot about mindfulness this year, but if you've really not looked into mindfulness, if you're really not aware of it, unsure of exactly what it is, check it out. Check it out. The Power of Now. I've read a few times on this, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Excellent, excellent, excellent book to kind of give you an idea of mindfulness. Another author that actually I've been reading him for 25 years, Thich Nhat Hanh. That was my first look into mindfulness, and I've been reading his books for, I know, 25 years. 20 years I know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it goes back 25, maybe 30. Pieces Every Step was one of the first one, and The Miracle of Mindfulness. If you ever get a chance, you're in the bookstore looking for something uplifting to read, get The Miracle of Mindfulness by Thich Nhat Hanh. The Power of Positive Thinking. That one just popped into my head for some reason. It's not quite on the gratification, on the gratitude, but that's another one too. But The Power of Now and Thich Nhat Hanh, I highly, highly, highly suggest reading them. But yeah, I could probably be the person that doesn't acknowledge gratitude or whatever. I've come from privilege. I'm an only child to a middle-class family. I've never really struggled a lot in my life. So in one sense, I think a lot of things have been given to me. And when things are given to somebody, it's not always a good thing, because there's a lot of people that just take. They always need more, and they don't realize. Now, what I've tried to kind of turn it around, I never was bad about that, but in the last, I would say, as I've been on this path over the last 6.5, 7 years, that I've really become more aware of my situation and actually what I do have, and how lucky I am. So I really try not to miss a day. I really try not to miss a day. I really try not to miss a moment, and that's why the title of this was Living in a State of Gratitude. I like to just constantly be giving gratitude. Like I walk up to that tree and I take a picture of the leaves. I'm giving thanks. I walk outside and there's a little pink Gerber daisy that's blooming. One little daisy in amidst all of the cold weather we've been having. I stop. I take the time. I appreciate and I show gratitude for that every day. When I make my ice cream, I try as I'm taking that bite to be grateful. Everything, all day, every day, plugged in. Anyhow. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.